not see me.
Hey, Professor, we are group number 4, and this is like our 4th or 5th time trying to do this, which is really aggravating. Anyways, Google Hangouts didn't work for us, so we're trying to do it all on one computer. Anyways, I'm Andrew.
I'm Sergio.
I'm Brook.
And Simone.
And we're going to go ahead and start with Simone today.
Okay, so as far as my speech goes, I noticed that I tended to stumble on my words a lot, and then also, like, from the recording, it looked like I was looking down pretty much the whole time. So definitely I think that all has to do with confidence level, my inability to recover from my stumbling on my words, and then also the fact that I was looking down like 90% of the speech.
Yes, following up on what Simone had just said, if I had to critique her, I would say that she can use a little bit more confidence when she's giving her speeches. It seemed like she wasn't really confident, and she had a couple stumbles here and there that really aggravated her, you could tell. But I would appraise her, saying that the instructions she gave to making the guacamole was absolutely wonderful. I love them. Besides that, I would say I was one of the few ones to taste the guacamole. It was wonderful. So obviously she knew what she was doing. She researched it, or she has had prior knowledge to making the guacamole.
Right. And for me, what I took away from Simone's speech and some critiques for her was one, that I learned something about avocado that I didn't know before, was that using lemon, lime, and salt can prevent the avocado from browning faster than when it's not in that. For me, I also would have liked to seen Simone probably start her speech as she was preparing and pulling out her ingredients from her bag. That's just a personal thing of mine. But other than that, she did really good in how to demonstrate how to make avocado guacamole.
Yeah, one of the things that I loved yesterday was if you take the pit from the avocado and put it into the avocado slices or guacamole, it doesn't brown, and that's just like, I never knew that. Just brain explosion. And that's something I really took away from yesterday, and that's something that I will use in the future. As a critique, she did stutter, and she seemed nervous, but execution-wise, it was awesome. Oh, sorry about that. I'll go ahead and go to mine. My speech was about relaxation. The things I wanted to hit on that I didn't really like was I didn't use a visual aid. It was kind of hard to use a visual aid, but I would like to use one, per demonstration speech. And at first I was nervous. I was really nervous. And when I tried to do the stuttering part, that was cool because I was able to stutter a lot, but I was really nervous at the same time, and I would want to work on both of those aspects.
For me, during Andrew's speech, is I really liked when he started out and he had everybody close their eyes. For me, I felt that was a way for him to get eyes off of him and feel a little more comfortable. One critique I have for him is that, for me personally, I felt our eyes were closed too long, and he could have elaborated a little more on the stress technique. But other than that, he did pretty well in his speech.
Yes, critiquing Andrew's meditation methods, so that's actually going to be hard for me because I did enjoy it a lot. Being as I'm a college student, full-time college student, meditation is something that many college students overlook, not just me. We all overlook the fact that we need to meditate and relax our minds and stop being so stressful and at a fast pace, being at a university because people have jobs and things of that nature. But one thing that I didn't like about the meditation thing, as Sergio said, it was a bit too long. People kind of got disinterested and mind started rambling elsewhere, people dazing off and things like that. But overall, it was a great speech. I enjoyed it.
And as far as critiquing Andrew's speech, I kind of felt that it was really good how charismatic he was in his original delivery. The thing I would critique him on is I agree with what they said before about how it was kind of a little bit too long. I noticed myself opening my eyes, wondering what was going to happen next. So that was a thing that I would critique is you didn't really know when the climax of the speech was occurring. So to have a little more definite beginning, middle, and end would be something that I would give advice to do next time.
Hey, Professor. Yeah, one thing that I did was, well, I was juggling, obviously, and one thing that I could say that I need to improve on is focusing, because before I went up there, I wasn't as focused as I need to be. I was too busy worried about messing up and being really nervous instead of just going up there and doing it and just owning it. I did drop the ball one time due to nervousness and shaking and, you know, sweaty palms, but other than that, I felt like it was pretty good. I would have praised myself saying that I did get the crowd involved, gave a couple jokes here and there where I improvised, so I wasn't just going off of a strict, I guess you could call it, task or speech that I would have to say. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to pass.
Okay, one thing I would say about Brook's speech is I commend him for doing juggling, because that's a difficult thing to do, especially in front of people. As a critique, I would say to have a little more confidence in what you're doing. Like, it's juggling. We wouldn't have felt any sort of way if you dropped the ball the first time. I'm sure people do that all the time. So just confidence is a big thing, and being able to speak loud enough for us to all hear what's going on, and maybe just a little more clear on the steps on what it takes to be a good juggler.
Okay, one thing that I really liked about Brook's speech was that it was juggling. It was really hard, and that's something that really is something that you can demonstrate, and it takes time and takes skill in order to use that. I mean, what else can I say? It's juggling. It's hard.
Right. For me, during Brook's speech, what I would like to critique him on is that he he needs to have a little more confidence, and juggling is hard, like we've said. After dropping the first ball, he kind of got a little defeated, but he needs to pick it up. And what I do like is he got the audience engaged, which is really well. For me, I did the hacky sack, and two critiques I have is that I need to stop having filler words and pauses, and have to stop and think. Also, I did very well on getting the audience engaged and getting the attention away from myself and getting a group involved.
Yeah, I really liked the whole hacky sack speech. It's really fun. It's really engaging. And when he did bring somebody up there like myself, I liked it, and I really thought it was awesome. If he wasn't so, he could have been more confident in his speech, but other than that, I liked it.
I think for Sergio's speech, confidence is definitely a big thing that he had, because I was in the back of the room, so I had a hard time hearing what he was saying. I really like that he chose hacky sack, because it's like a common thing that people do, but not everybody knows how to do it. So if you felt like left out, like I kind of felt left out, that I don't know how to play hacky sack, now I feel confident in my ability to at least try it. But I would definitely say speak louder so that we could all enjoy the benefit of your knowledge.
Critiquing Sergio, let me say this. It is not an easy thing to do. I absolutely enjoyed watching him kick the little hack-a-sack, because that is something I never had a chance to do. He did pick a couple volunteers that made it look fairly easy, but then again, one of his volunteers made it look really hard, so I really don't know what to believe. But I did like how the volunteers, they did go up there, even though they didn't really seem like they knew what they were doing too much, as many of us that were watching, they did look like they were having fun. So that is one thing that I would appraise him for and give him applaud for. So with that being said, that will conclude our discussion, and